My basement has 13 steps. Last night, it had 14. I bought this house a year ago, an old Victorian fixer-upper with good bones, hardwood floors, and a finished basement that I converted into a home office. It's perfect for the freelance graphic design work I do. Quiet, isolated, and exactly 13 steps down from the kitchen. I know because I've counted them every day for a year. It's become a ritual, a way to transition from home life to work life each morning. 13 wooden steps, worn smooth in the middle from decades of use. Last night changed everything. I've been working late on a deadline project, the kind that keeps you glued to your computer until your eyes burn. By the time I finished, it was nearly 3 a.m. I saved my files, shut down the computer, and headed upstairs, counting steps from habit. 1, 2, 3. I wasn't really paying attention, my mind still churning with color palettes and client feedback. But somewhere around step 10, something felt off. My rhythm was disrupted. 11, 12, 13. My foot reached for the kitchen floor but found another step instead. 14. I nearly stumbled, caught off guard by the unexpected rise. For a moment, I stood frozen, one foot on the 14th step, one on the kitchen floor. I looked down, confirming what I already knew. There was definitely an extra step that hadn't been there before. It matched the others perfectly, same worn oak, same slight curve in the middle, same height and width. But it shouldn't exist. I backed down to the 13th step, then the 12th, counting backward. When I reached the bottom and looked up, I counted again. 13 steps. Just like always. I climbed once more, deliberately counting each rise. 1, 2, 3. 13 steps brought me to the kitchen. The extra step was gone. I laughed nervously, blaming exhaustion and the late hour. I made a mental note to get more sleep and went to bed, dismissing the incident entirely. Until tonight. I'd worked reasonable hours, had a proper dinner, and was heading down to the basement to grab a book I'd left on my desk. I wasn't tired or stressed, just making a quick trip down and up. 7 steps down, I heard it. A soft thump from somewhere below, like something heavy settling into place. I paused, listening. My house makes noise sometimes, old houses do, but this sounded deliberate. Almost expected. I continued down. 13 steps, same as always. I retrieved my book and started back up, counting automatically. 1, 2, 3. The light bulb in the stairwell flickered briefly at step 7. 9, 10, 11. The temperature dropped noticeably. 12, 13. And then, I felt it, another step beneath my foot when there should have been kitchen tile. 14. This time, I wasn't tired. This time, I wasn't imagining things. I looked down at the step, identical to the others but undeniably extra. And something else, a thin line drawn across its surface in what looked like charcoal. I stared, trying to process what I was seeing. Then the step beneath me shifted slightly, as if adjusting its weight. The movement was subtle but unmistakable, like standing on something breathing. I leapt to the kitchen floor, heart pounding. From the safety of the tile, I looked back. 13 steps. The 14th was gone again. Sleep didn't come easily. I researched the house's history, finding nothing unusual, just a series of families coming and going since 1886. No deaths, no tragedies, nothing to explain what was happening with my staircase. Around 2 a.m., I heard that thump again, louder this time. It came from the stairwell. I ignored it, pulling blankets tighter around me, but curiosity eventually won. I crept to the top of the basement stairs and looked down. 13 steps, dimly visible in the nightlight's glow. I was about to return to bed when I noticed something at the bottom of the staircase, a dark silhouette, human-shaped but wrong somehow. Too tall, too thin, its proportions slightly askew. It stood motionless, looking up at me. I couldn't make out a face, but I felt it watching. Waiting. Then it placed one elongated foot on the bottom step. Thump. One impossible finger reached up and drew a line across the air. In its wake, that line of charcoal appeared on the step. I slammed the basement door and wedged a chair under the knob, then spent the rest of the night on the couch with all the lights on. Morning brought rational thought. I called a contractor to inspect the staircase, claiming I was concerned about structural integrity. Sturdy as they come, he assured me after a thorough examination. 13 solid steps, all original to the house. It's always been 13? I asked. Never 14? He gave me an odd look. Houses don't just grow extra steps, ma'am. After he left, I stood at the top of the staircase, staring down. 13 steps. No silhouette. No charcoal marks. I've avoided the basement all day, but I can't stay away forever. My entire livelihood is down there. It's nearly midnight now, and I've heard that thump 3 times already, each louder than the last. The 14th step doesn't just appear anymore. It's being created, built from something I don't understand. And whatever is drawing those charcoal lines has reached step 7. Halfway up. 7 more to go. I'm leaving the house tomorrow, but tonight, I need to retrieve my external hard drive from my office. One quick trip down and up. 13 steps. Unless it's 14 now. Or 15.